The Galactic Council chamber floated in the void between stars, a massive construct of crystalline architecture and quantum-locked metal that had witnessed 10,000 years of interstellar diplomacy. Today, it would witness the end of an era. Elsa Chen stood in the observation deck of the UHNS Retribution, her reflection ghostly against the viewport. Behind her, the battle-ready fleet of humanity stretched into the darkness, 300 warships, each one a testament to human engineering and something the galaxy had never seen before, righteous fury tempered with cold precision. "Captain Chen," the communications officer called out, "we're receiving another transmission from the Council. They're requesting negotiations." Elsa didn't turn from the viewport. "Tell them we already negotiated." Ambassador Kevin tried that approach. They answered with plasma fire. 3 months. That's how long it had been since Kevin Reeves, humanity's first official diplomat to the Galactic Council, had been murdered during what was supposed to be a peaceful summit. The Council had called it an unfortunate incident. They claimed Kevin had violated protocol by refusing to kneel before the Council's representatives, specifically before King Thrasner of the Khalid Empire, the oldest and most powerful member of the galactic hierarchy. The truth was simpler and far more damning. The galaxy's elder races had decided humanity needed to learn its place. They had miscalculated catastrophically. Elsa finally turned to face her bridge crew. "Status report." Commander Lin stepped forward, his tactical display hovering before him. "All ships report ready. The quantum disruptors are charged. Our intelligence confirms King Thrasner is aboard the Council station, along with representatives from 47 member species. And the civilians? Evacuated 6 hours ago, as we demanded. The Council may be arrogant, but they're not stupid enough to ignore a human ultimatum twice." Elsa nodded. Humanity had learned much in the 70 years since first contact. They'd learned that the galaxy operated on a strict hierarchy based on technological achievement and military strength. They'd learned that species rose and fell in this hierarchy, and that the elder races, particularly the Khalid, had maintained their positions at the top for millennia through a combination of advanced technology and ruthless political maneuvering. What the galaxy hadn't understood was that humans were different. Most species discovered faster-than-light travel through archaeological finds or technological gifts from patron races. Humanity had brute-forced their way to the stars through pure, stubborn innovation, while other species had received their technology through the careful guidance of the Council system. Humans had developed weapons the galaxy had forgotten or never imagined. The quantum disruptor array was one such weapon, based on theoretical physics that the Council's scientists had dismissed as impossible. It could destabilize the quantum foam that held matter together. In simpler terms, it could delete anything from existence on a molecular level. "Captain," the sensor officer interrupted, "we're detecting a massive energy buildup from the Council station. They're powering their defensive grid." "Expected," Elsa replied calmly. "Helm, begin approach vector Omega-7. Tactical, prepare firing solution on my mark." The Retribution and its escort fleet began their advance. The Council station grew larger in the viewport, its crystalline spires catching the light of nearby stars. It was beautiful, Elsa thought distantly, a monument to galactic civilization. It was also where they had killed Kevin. She had known him since the academy. Brilliant, idealistic Kevin who believed that humanity could find its place among the stars through dialogue and mutual understanding. He'd studied xenolinguistics, xenoanthropology, and galactic law with passionate intensity. When he'd been selected as Earth's first ambassador to the Council, no one had been surprised. Elsa remembered their last conversation before his departure. "The galaxy is old, Elsa," he had said, his eyes bright with excitement. "Older than we can imagine. Think of what we can learn from them. Think of what we can achieve together." "Be careful," she had warned him. Earth's intelligence suggests the Council sees us as upstarts, children playing with dangerous toys. Kevin had laughed. Then I'll just have to show them we're ready to join the adults' table. The recording of his death had been transmitted across all human colonies. The Council hadn't even tried to suppress it. They'd wanted humanity to see what happened to species that didn't know their place. The footage showed Kevin in the central chamber, standing before the assembled council. King Thrasner, a massive being of chitinous plates and too many limbs, had made the customary demand: kneel and acknowledge the supremacy of the elder races. Kevin had refused. Humanity kneels to no one, he had said in perfect galactic standard. We come as equals, seeking partnership and mutual respect. The king's response had been immediate. A pulse of plasma energy, fired from the ceremonial weapon all council leaders carried. Kevin hadn't even had time to scream. The galaxy had expected humanity to protest through proper diplomatic channels, perhaps lodge a formal complaint, maybe even withdraw from council consideration for a few decades. Instead, humanity had gone silent. For 3 months, every human ship had retreated to Sol system. Every communication channel went dark. The Council congratulated itself on teaching the upstart species a necessary lesson. They should have recognized the silence for what it was, the calm before the storm. Captain, we're being hailed, the communications officer announced. It's King Thrasner himself. Put him through. The view screen shimmered and the alien king appeared. Even through the translation matrix, his voice carried the weight of assumed authority. Human vessel, you have violated council space. Withdraw immediately or face the consequences. Elsa stepped forward, her hands clasped behind her back. King Thrasner, I am Captain Elsa Chen of the United Human Navy. I'm here regarding the murder of Ambassador Kevin Reeves. Murder, the king's translator conveyed what might have been amusement. A disciplinary action against a protocol violator is not murder. Your ambassador refused to show proper respect. He was corrected. Corrected, Elsa repeated, her voice flat. You executed an unarmed diplomat during a peace summit. We executed an inferior being who forgot his place. Consider it a learning experience for your species. Elsa felt the anger that had sustained her for 3 months crystallize into cold, perfect clarity. You're right. It has been educational. We've learned that the galaxy's so-called civilization is built on tyranny and the threat of violence. We've learned that your council is nothing more than a protection racket for elder species, and we've learned that you consider humanity beneath you. These are facts, not opinions, Thrasner replied. Your species has existed in the galactic community for barely a lifetime. The Khalid Empire has endured for 20 million years. Know your place, Captain. Oh, I know my place, Elsa said softly. I'm the one who's going to teach you yours. She made a cutting gesture, and the transmission ended. All ships, she announced across the fleet channel, this is Chen. You know why we're here, you know what they took from us. Kevin Reeves believed in peace. He believed in understanding. He died because he refused to bow to tyrants. She paused, letting her words sink in. The galaxy thinks we're children. They think we'll accept their judgment and learn to obey. They're wrong. Today we show them that humanity doesn't forget. We don't forgive. And we sure as hell don't kneel. The crew of the Retribution responded with a roar of approval that echoed through every ship in the fleet. Tactical, Elsa ordered fire. The quantum disruptors activated in perfect synchronization. 300 ships released concentrated beams of reality-unraveling energy. The Council station's defensive shields, designed to withstand conventional weapons, held for exactly 2.3 seconds before collapsing. The beam struck the crystalline spires. Matter didn't explode or burn. It simply ceased to exist. Whole sections of the station dissolved into quantum uncertainty, atoms forgetting how to hold together. The destruction was silent, clinical, absolute. "Captain," sensors reported, "we're detecting lifepod launches. Multiple ships are fleeing the station." "Let them go," Elsa commanded. "We're not here for genocide. Track the pod containing King Thrasner." "Located. It's heading for the Khalit dreadnought at bearing 270. Intercept course and charge the main cannon." The Retribution broke formation, accelerating toward the fleeing lifepod. The Khalit dreadnought, a vessel 5 times the size of any human ship, moved to intercept. "They're targeting us," Tactical warned. "Plasma batteries charging." Evasive pattern Delta, return fire at will. The battle that followed lasted 17 minutes. The Khalit ship was powerful, ancient, equipped with weapons that had conquered 100 worlds. But it had never faced an opponent that combined human tactical flexibility with technology that broke the established rules. Human ships darted and weaved, too fast for the dreadnought's targeting systems. Their weapons carved pieces from the larger vessel with surgical precision. And when the Khalit captain attempted to ram the Retribution in a final desperate gambit, Elsa simply ordered the quantum disruptors to delete the ship's forward section. The dreadnought tumbled, powerless and broken. "Track to the king's lifepod," Elsa ordered. "Bring him aboard." 10 minutes later, King Thrasner stood in the Retribution's brig, his massive form barely contained by the cell. Elsa stood outside, watching him through the force field. "You cannot do this," the king hissed. "I am a council leader. I have diplomatic immunity." "Kievan had diplomatic immunity too," Elsa replied. "You murdered him anyway." "He was inferior. He refused to." "He refused to kneel," Elsa interrupted, "just like I'm refusing now." She pulled out her sidearm, a simple chemical projectile weapon ancient by galactic standards, primitive, human. "The Council will destroy you for this," Thrasner threatened. "Your entire species will be marked for extinction." "Let them try," Elsa said. "We'll be waiting." She raised the weapon. "This is for Kievan." The gunshot echoed through the brig. The news spread across the galaxy within hours. Humanity had attacked the Council station. They had killed King Thrasner. They had declared themselves outside galactic law. The Council convened an emergency session. Fleets mobilized. Threats were made. And from Sol system, humanity's response was broadcast to every inhabited world. "We came in peace. We offered friendship. You answered with murder. Now you'll learn what happens when you mistake human patience for human weakness. We don't want war, but if you insist on it, we'll show you what a species that clawed its way from caves to the stars can do when properly motivated." The galaxy ran on hierarchy. Now it will learn about equality, whether it wants to or not. Captain Elsa Chen returned to Earth a hero, though she never felt like one. She had avenged her friend, but the cost would be paid in the blood of thousands, perhaps millions, in the wars to come. But as she stood in Arlington Cemetery, placing a medal on Kievan's memorial, she knew one thing with absolute certainty. The galaxy would never look at humanity the same way again. And no human diplomat would ever be murdered without consequence. The age of kneeling was over. End.